Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to all my witches, warlocks, writers, and wanderers. I am KibbyRose. Today is March 31st, 2025. I'm Authortubes, lesbian psychic stoner, and I'm here to entertain you with a little bit of witchy things, some horoscopes, some rants, some readings, some interesting information. You know, we fill a bunch of stuff in along with the horoscopes at the end. So let me run the banner and we can get on with this. Okay, so just a little quick rundown of how we do things here. First of all, thank you to my replay crew and to my new subscribers. I see you and I appreciate you and I thank you. So just wanted to say that, and thank you to the, thank you. Just thank you. My brain's, we're scattered today. If you all had the weekend I had and the chaos that has consumed a lot of, bear with me because my brain is still all over the place and scatterbrained. So let me give a little rundown of what we do, of how we do things around here. The first little bit, I usually do a little personal rant, cover up any information of personal news and announcements. Then we do a 10-minute sprint. After that, I do current event rants where I cover the current planetary influences and what signs they're in, and then correlate them to current events that are going on and do little rants and just little updates, because I know a lot of my Authortube friends or people that are busy with the writers and even my students that are busy with life, keeping up with current events is kind of difficult. So I add a little bit of that in there because I can explain the influences of energy. Then after that, I cover the aspects and a little bit of card readings. And then after that, we do a 20-minute sprint. So sorry, after I do the current events, we do a 20-minute sprint. Then I do the planetary influences or the aspects, and then we do card readings. And I have a lot of card readings to catch up on, guys. And per request, because we did have kind of a shortened stream last stream, I will do the card pulls on this stream. So we might skip one or two or one of the sprints, the 20-minute sprints, depending. Okay. And then after that, I do horoscopes, and then that's the end of the stream. So for anybody that's new here, hi, hello, how are you? Welcome. If you are here for the horoscopes, come back at the end. That's when I do them. If you're here for the rants, stay, because we're about to get into them. And for all of my regular clients and my students, hi, welcome back. It's been a crazy weekend, hasn't it? Neptune shifted gears and we all felt it, didn't we? Along with the solar eclipse energy and the plasma flare. And happy to say that my grandfather and I are both doing better. However, he's actually been diagnosed with what I already have, and that's a defibrillator or AFib heart. And mine are minor, so they aren't severe enough. My doctor already knows about it. We're in communications. Mine aren't severe enough to require anything yet. However, my 98-year-old grandfather might need something. So please send any positive healing energy, hopes and prayers my grandfather's way. He is a stubborn Irishman, and here's hoping that it was just the magnetic fluctuations of Mother Nature that caused whatever happened to happen, and not anything else. Okay. Next, a couple of for the announcements that we have. I have three uploaded videos, guys. I am busy. I've been a busy little bee in the background. I can't wait to tell you everything that I'm doing. We've got a lot of fun stuff coming on the channel, and I'm super excited about it. But I have my St. Patrick's Day stream that I did with Jack Byron Wrights, who lives in Ireland. I have my Book of Shadows. That one's just a speed through, fast progress of me like doing the art in my Book of Shadows. And then we have a second video, which is the actual review, page by page, of the Book of Shadows, and I go into detail about what's in it and everything else. My attention keeps getting pulled over here because I have to show you this. I have quite a bit of work to my Book of Shadows stacked up over here because I needed these and I had run out, and I finally got a bulk order of them. So I have it spread out over here because I'm like, it's something I really want to do tonight after my stream, is because my art is my happy place. Along with doing my stream, my other happy place is my art. So I will be doing even more work to that and more updating. So keep an eye out for that. But for now, you've got those 3 videos on the channel that are fun, that are ready for you. We have more news coming. Cora and I need to touch base, and I think that's her in the comments. She is. But Cora and I need to touch base, but we have a new idea of how we're going to launch Law Tea with Cora and Kibby. We're navigating, we're dealing with the craziness behind the scenes like everybody else is, and we're navigating and we're trying to figure it out. So bear with us on that. In April coming up, the last week of April, I'm going to be doing a free week of streaming, free week of readings. I'm going to do a free week of readings. We already do a free week of streamings. You all already know that already. From April 31st to May 1st, that entire week, the 3 streams that we do that week, I'm going to offer free readings during that stream. So if you know anybody or you yourself are curious to test me out and try me out, I'm also opening, I had 3 graduates, 3 students that are finished. So I am opening again to new students. Evidently, it's a 3-month course. That seems to be the way it works with a lot of people, more than one, at least 6 or 7 now so far. So we'll see what happens. In May, we're going to be doing a Cinco de Mayo stream for May 5th, which is going to be a drinky stream. And we're going to have some fun information and quizzes and some debunking of some information that I have found out. It's also my rebirth stream because it happens to be the same time that I crossed over in 2017. So I celebrate that. Then in June, we also have another free week of readings. June 16th to the 20th to celebrate Lilith. We're going to do another week of free readings, so that'll be fun. Things that are coming up is I've already got one of 4 packages for something that we're going to be adding as an unboxing to our stream in the future. And yeah, the other thing I wanted to show off is I'm sorry, guys. The weather shifted here. It's now like 70 degrees during the day and pollen allergy season. I'm taking my allergy meds, but every once in a while, I get that in my throat. So apologies. So we're going to be adding something else to our unboxing schedule with WitchCasket. And then just keep an eye out, guys, because I have a whole new reaction series that's going to be coming up. And I have a whole psychic series that is coming up. One is a vlog about all my life stories and things that I've been through that, I've experienced that made me a psychic. And the other one is literally me reacting to crazy stuff because, yeah, everybody loves the way I react to things. So those are the announcements. We're going to jump into a 10-minute sprint just to get ourselves organized and set. Like I said, I am doing readings on stream. So if there's any of my clients out there that want their readings done, because I know I put everything on pause for the weekend. It was a crazy weekend. I'm going to be doing that. So hello, my Cora. Hello, my Cora. Hello, my Cora. I don't know why I started that. It's like... Forgive me. I've been dealing with listening to Dance Moms and my little Kendall. And I just did it to you, and I'm sorry. Cora, hi, everyone. I will be in and out as dinner time and then bedtime. I will be sending prayers and positive energy. Thank you. It's going to be May when we do that. Okay, so correct. I will fix that to my announcements. And then once in a while, if you need someone to react with you, I am here. I wouldn't mind that. I'm actually coming. I'm not going to give away what I'm doing, but I have a huge plan about this. It's already in the process and I'm already in the midst of it, but there's a lot going on in the backgrounds in regards to a whole new series. So, I mean, when you do the free readings, when you do the free readings, I'm like, well, you can join me in the reaction videos if you really wanted to. Honestly, that might be fun, but we are going to jump into a 10-minute sprint real quick. So, and we can talk. I was actually going to call you this afternoon or tonight because I wanted to do my art and I figured it might be a good time to talk with you. So I might sound like a robot. My Wi-Fi is showing me low whatever, which it shouldn't be doing because we've made the Wi-Fi that we have. Like there should be no problems. But anyway, again, guys, sorry about the muted timer. I'm not saying that the people that are trying to copy my write me are correct by not playing the sound on my timer. It's more along the lines of, yeah, I don't want them to keep trying to copyright strike me. And yeah, we're going to be changing that because we found a workaround. And let's just say that communicating with the person I've been communicating with, evidently the people that are doing this are known for doing this. And there might be a large group of people that are going to maybe do something about it. So we'll see what happens. We'll go from there. But okay, and right now the video and stuff is clear for your Wi-Fi. Sweet. Well, it's giving this is what I hate about StreamYard sometimes because it'll give me that little like connection is unstable warning. And it doesn't tell you anything on your end other than that. And it's so frustrating, but I appreciate that. So 10 minutes on the clock. I will see you guys in 10 minutes. And we've got quite a few things to go through in regards to current events and planetary changes. Okay. So 3, 2, 1, and don't forget to mute. Sorry, forgive me. I forgot to do something that I promised I would do. Amy, since you've been having difficulties because you love to listen along to the music that I'm listening along to during the live stream, and you asked that before the first sprint if I could show the video that I'm listening to this time and actually say it so so that you can follow along. No, this is what happens. I am listening to Armin van Buuren's live at Ultra Miami 2025 main stage, and I'm at minute mark 23:40. So that is the one I'm listening to. That is where I am. So there you go, girl. And I said I'm sorry for everybody that was waiting for the timer, but I promised Amy that I would do that, so I'm keeping my promise. So sorry, and back to it. 3, 2, 1. All right, that's the end of that sprint. Couple things that I want to show off before we jump into the planetary overviews is I did a little shopping. I went to Target and I did a little shopping because I had to buy labels for Amy's. And yes, Amy, I will have your spell packets finished either today or tomorrow or next day. But Target was having their little $5 section and they updated it. Well, I wanted to show off because I found the absolute cutest little pool bag. And if you know me, you know I love the pool. And as soon as the pool opens up in May, I pretty much go at least once or twice a week. I love it for the exercise, guys. Honestly, I will sit there and tread water for 2 or 3 hours. Just it kind of sucks in the public pool because normally, like in a private pool, I'd have my earbud in and my YouTube's going and treading water. But at the same time, I love it because it's great exercise. And I kind of needed a little pool bag that was like waterproof, water resistant. And this is made of that nylon type material that, you know, even if it gets wet, it's not going to get damaged. And that's kind of the bag I needed because I don't even want to talk about what happened to my pool bag well, what became my pool bag. It was originally a purse and then it became a pool bag and then, yeah, chlorine water. Yeah. So $5 at Target. And then the other thing I got is I was like, you know what? It's been a while. So I found their little facial bar. And I have a deep cleaning pink mask. And these were only $2.50. And exfoliating. Then we've got a cooling avocado. And then we've got a pore minimizing in the T-zone. And then we got the detoxifying charcoal. So I just thought those were cool because $2.50 for a facial, which you know me, I'm going to take a bath and do a facial tonight. And then $5 for an actual, like, this, I loved it. So I also ended up getting a new paper holder, whatever you want to call this. It is in the sugar paper brand. Of course it is. But it was on sale. And my other one broke. Actually, no. Kibby tried to jam too much into it and it went. So have that. So those are just the little things. So I would swing by if you need to upgrade for summer. I highly recommend swinging by Target right now. I also got a new bathing suit, but I'm not going to show those off on here. You want to see that? Go to my TikTok during the summer. So getting into it, planetary overview. We're going to cover the planetary energy overview. Then I'm going to get into our little conversation for today. I actually might skip. I can't skip what I was going to talk about today. We're going to do after I do the planetary energies overview, I'm going to do a little blurb on April Fools because that is coming up on Tuesday, tomorrow. And I found it interesting. I found some interesting information about April Fools that I wanted to share with you. And then I have some updates about some movements in planetary and electromagnetic and the solar that I wanted to touch base on because of the change of things that have happened recently. So if you didn't see my Friday live stream, we've had some major energy shifts that have occurred, not only on Mother Nature's side, but on the solar side and on the planetary side. We literally got a 1, 2, 3 whammy hit this weekend. So if you're wondering what the heck was going on this weekend, that's what was going on. We got hit by one of the biggest plasma waves that the planet has ever been hit with, because of the huge coronal hole in the sun, one of the biggest. And we're kind of worried because it's turning Earth facing. And if this is one of those that could be a huge problem if we end up getting a solar eruption from it. It might be one of those things that the Mayans were warning about. So scientists are being very wary and very cautious right now in regards to the sun. We also had a solar eclipse of sort, and during a plasma wave like this, to have a solar eclipse, it's very disrupting because if you're going to get hit with the plasma wave, your electromagnetic field, your natural one, tends to come up with a way to deflect it. However, when a solar eclipse happens, especially one that happens in the wee mornings when most people are still asleep and not consciously aware of what's going on, the sudden blockage of all that energy and then the sudden re-eruption of all that energy as the eclipse occurs can cause some major effects on the body. I had major heart palpitations all morning on Friday. I talked about it. Evidently, my grandfather had felt the same way. We ended up having to take him to the hospital and deal with that. And then literally 45 minutes before my stream happened, my Aunt Mary Jo died. Come to find out, after I streamed, I have a friend whose dogs, they had surgery on their dog's eye and it went awry and wrong. I have another friend whose friend decided to unend themselves or unalive themselves. Then I have my mom's friend's mom broke her back in 3 places. I know a gentleman, one of the people I know at one of the locations I visit here, evidently had a rough weekend as well. So it's everybody I know got hit this weekend. Everybody I know got hit this weekend. And it's just one of those things where it was like unavoidable. This is the start of the 1-2 punch that's coming. So I just want everybody to kind of take a deep breath because remember when I said that it's going to get worse before it gets better? There is a reason that one of my clients that I speak to very sparingly actually called me out of nowhere at 7 o'clock in the morning just to confirm that she was feeling things the way that she's feeling them, because we're starting to hit the bottom part of how hard it's going to get, and we're going to start the uphill climb. By June, we will start seeing the positive effects of all the changes that have been instigated in these last 100 days. But right now, it's in order, and this is A, common sense, but and B, what they say on the other side is, when you have to make changes as drastic as the changes that needed to be made in order to rewrite humans back onto the right course, you're going to have a negative before you have an acceleration of a positive. And that's kind of what's happening right now. So the good news is if you're doing somewhat well right now, and you're actually like looking all around you going, wow, this stuff really sucks. You're doing well, because there's not anybody who can avoid any of these changes. So I also want to make it very clear, Aries is extremely dominant, right? Or Aries is not dominant right now. We are all, actually, now looking at it, we are all over the place when it comes to where our planets are in the chart. So let's get into it. We've got the sun in Aries, which is energies, leap forward in growth, opportunities for those who push forward, good opportunities for those who push forward, go-getter type energies with a focus on individual goals. We've got the moon in Taurus, which is feelings of security and maintaining the status quo, cautious instincts, sensitivity, firm and unwavering emotional stances, inclination towards domestic and home, strong instinctual push in projects. Mercury in Pisces, remember, okay, first of all, Mercury shifted into Pisces. So that was one planet that shifted. And Mercury is in retrograde. Just remember that. Ideas become infused with imagination and sensitivity. Idealist and dreamy thoughts that are difficult to rationalize. Mind energies are prone to fanciful and daydreaming type tendencies. Okay. Venus is in Pisces as well. And that we are also in retrograde until the 12th. Power to forgive is strengthened since your compassion runs high. Deep need to find a soulmate connection, and love knows no boundaries. Mars, so we've had, just so you're aware to my clients, Mercury shifted signs, Venus shifted signs, okay? Mars in Cancer is a focus on the domestic and emotional securities, greater urgency to protect loved ones, and hypersensitivity in emotions. Jupiter in Gemini is opportunity for good fortune, stimulation and new experiences. Mental energies is craved with curiosity and wit. Positive time for writing, teaching, and learning. And remember, Jupiter just shifted as well. Saturn in Pisces, pull to reflect on past experiences, oneness with the divine, subconscious fears are overwhelmingly present. No, Gemini or Jupiter didn't shift. Sorry. Correct on that. So Saturn in Pisces, pull to reflect on past experiences, oneness with the divine, subconscious fears are overwhelmingly present. Uranus in Taurus, sudden changes in finances and values of society, innovative energies with practical application, a revolutionary progress is considered and achieved. Neptune in Aries. Neptune is the other planet that shifted, okay? Neptune in Aries creates ripples in the collective consciousness and sets up a new generational cycle to work with. Start to focus on our personal identity away from the collective. Overall, society takes a deep breath. Pluto in Aries is significant changes in humanity that begin with sudden endings. Level of progression will be extraordinary. Social reform and empowering effects. And then we have Chiron in Aries with the wounded healer, acknowledgement of concealed traumas, and opportunity for growth and deep understanding. Okay, so also I'm struggling with the Q on my keyboard. I had to hit that a few times to get it to work. Oh no. Okay, oh, I missed a couple up here. What is this? So it's just chaos right now. Yes. We had a storm last night with winds of the strength of tornado. My sister-in-law apparently fell on the parent. Oh gosh. A traffic light also shadowed on the street. Yep. It's the energies, man. Also had a struggle with my husband to get some footage onto my computer from the yeah. Now I realize I have 2 days to edit 38 minutes while starting to edit a book or start book writing. Also, I am struggling with the Q. Oh God. Yes. And this, okay. And rolling with that. You're not the only one because, okay. I'm going to say a little spiel here because I think I'm not going to say I figured it out, but I think I kind of know, like there's predictions that I've made in the past where things are correlating together. And I'm wondering if one of my predictions is coming true because a couple years ago, I think it was 2 years ago, actually now in January, I predicted I had informed, oh yeah, let me do this. I've been talking this whole, I did horoscopes the whole time with that like that. Ugh, it's okay. Just the energies. Be kind to yourself. Okay. I mentioned about 2 years ago that the Earth's core stopped rotating and then it reversed direction. And I referenced that for a magnetic core to reverse direction like that and start spinning again, there has to be some sort of wave effect of energy from electromagnetic onward. Well, in correlation to the plasma wave that hit, there was a 7.7 earthquake in Thailand, if you didn't hear. Myanmar, Thailand. There's 1,500 dead deceased so far they're expecting a couple 100,000. It was only 10 kilometers below the surface, and I'm telling you, one of the buildings that fell, it looked like it was a precision demolition. The way it was incredible. A lot of the damage that they showed me that I was seeing online reminded me of the damage we saw in LA during the 1989 LA quake. And of course, my angels were like, wait, you should go check out the earthquake zone and all that over there. So I went and go look. And guys, the uptick in earthquakes that are all along the subduction zone, and then the 50 to 60 earthquake swarm that hit in Yellowstone. It's just, they're referencing, and even on the ESGS, they're referencing that there's a lot of movement in the subduction zone, and the location disbursement is what's concerning everybody. Because if you look, it's literally like it's spotted completely down exactly where it would be putting pressure on for a big move. I thought my prediction was wrong. However, my angels started with, and this is what I love about my angels, is oftentimes because of how long that it took me to kind of trust them, they come in with the, well, what if this happened? So I have one of those now. And they said, the angels, what if, is basically what my note says. And it says, what if the rotation of the Earth's core caused the first wave an electromagnetic pulse that happened to reach the Earth's surface at the same time as the plasma wave hit? Maybe that's what is affecting the planet right now. They're also referencing that there's 3 more waves to come. This is one of 3 waves from the re-rotation of the Earth's core. They also, in this effect, showed me that because there are undetectable energies influencing a lot of the planet, and I don't know how true this is. This is something that we're going to have to look for. I don't fully believe this one. This is one of those out there predictions where I'm like, okay, angels, but they're saying, what if there was a large iceberg that was too big to detect that broke off of the main source and actually made waves? It's time to cleanse the Holy Land. So there's a lot of this stuff where I'm just like, interesting. And then they said in regards to also making waves, energy shift will happen in New York where people and this will equate to a big movement in the right direction. This political exposure will reveal a core root of the overall country's problem and how it was infiltrated to begin with and how it will be stopped. So I don't know what's going on in New York. I'm going to have to do some research this weekend because these are a couple meditations that came in right before I was going to stream because, I type up my notes from things I want to talk about. And at the same time, if I get messages, I'll add them in. And that's what happened to occur here. So that part I have to look at because I'm like, the iceberg, what's going on in New York? Evidently, there's a lot of the angels are referencing that there's a lot of disrupting waves that are occurring right now, and it's not just plasma and electromagnetic. These changes and these wave changes are influencing on multiple different levels. And then interesting, this is just an interesting piece of information. They found pillars under the pyramids, actual pillars that go, I think it was 4 kilometers into the ground. And when I heard about this news, because, comes up on the feed, my angels referenced to me that they're like, wouldn't it be interesting if that was proof of an underground, of a electrical system that was just the same concept that Tesla was trying to go with, where it was free electricity and they just pumped it into the ground? And so for my internet sleuthers or my inquisitors, that is something that if you are interested in conspiracies and everything else, I would seriously look into maybe, because from what I remember, Tesla's tower, he had to have a giant rod that extended far into the ground that was going to disperse the electricity. So I don't know. There's just something about this where my angels were like, this is going to prove that the pyramids were actually a power plant. And that Egyptians had electricity, and their electricity was actually more advanced than ours because it was wireless. And that's what those candles were, is they didn't need wires to plug in because all they had to do was set it on the ground and it lit up. I found that absolutely so we'll have to see what happens when they come up with the discoveries of those things. But I found it interesting that those same exact discoveries just so happen to coincide with some major electromagnetic and plasma shifts that are occurring on our planet and social changes as well. And just a little quick rundown before we jump into the next sprint, which we're going to do this real quick, so that we are paused and ready for it. Couple quick things that I thought they're political, but I just want to cover them real quick because I think they're very, very effective, and they're small little things, but I think they're going to make a big deal for a lot of people. First of all, Trump signed an executive order that stops the ticket scalpers, those resellers. They no longer are going to allow bots to mass buy tickets. This is basically going to lower the cost of tickets because what was happening is people were raising the cost of tickets in order to prevent these mass buys, scalpers, basically, from buying up all the tickets at a really low cost and then selling them at a higher cost. That's why, guys, that we've been seeing this kind of astronomical rise in ticket prices. It wasn't that they actually were expecting us to spend the ticket money. It's because they didn't want scalpers to be able to buy the tickets and then resell them for more money, because Ticketmaster wasn't doing anything to stop these bots, because Ticketmaster got money or a percentage off of the resale of the ticket. Ticketmaster honestly should be fined and shut down for allowing this to even happen in the first place. I honestly think bots like that, like social bots, should be illegal. I think they should have to wipe out every single social bot that's on every social media and just take it. Like, they shouldn't be allowed, period. That's been my opinion for the longest time, unless it's like an AI bot that's actually helping with the live stream or doing work behind the scenes that are actually for people, that is actually constructive to society and not rage fishing like a lot of these bots on TikTok do. I think it's a great idea. Evidently, Kid Rock, I love Kid Rock. Bomb with the bomb, the bang, diggy, diggy. Anyway, he evidently has been behind this, and he was trying to get this put in place for 20 years. Taylor Swift actually brought this up. There was an art for all of those Swiftie fans that were wondering why Taylor Swift was going to take on Ticketmaster and then all of a sudden didn't. That's why. She found out there was somebody who was already trying to do it, so she just started supporting him and his endeavor towards it, and she just put her name to it. So there's a lot of, and there's Slipknot, Metallica. This is something that I think this is the first step into actually getting like those middleman jerk-offs that basically steal money from musicians and try to take their craft from them. I think this is the first step in completely dismantling that system. And that's a system that I said was starting to crumble as it is. And now with Hollywood crumbling as it is, because A, they can't rebuild because it's crumbling into the ocean. B, financially, they can't, you know, all the people that used to invest in movies, guys, they've got to rebuild their lives and their houses. I really do think that this is going to allow the industry to grow while at the same time giving us consumers more access to the people that we love to see. I remember the days when you could buy a concert ticket for $40. Yes, it was the nosebleeds, but it was $40. You knew you were going to be standing in the nosebleeds for $40. Paying $300 to stand in the nosebleeds, I'm not going. So, and not only that, but if your budget is $300 for all your expenses for the year for fun, how many concerts can you go to if you're only spending $40 per concert versus $300? So I really do appreciate that executive order being signed. The next one, actually, I very strongly support, simply because of my own experience with insurance companies, and that is the Luigi Mangione bill. And basically what they're doing is they're taking the power away from the insurance companies. They're basically going to no longer allow the insurance companies to decide what is necessary and what they can and won't approve for treatment. I am fully for this because when I had my incident in 2017, after 30 years of being under Kaiser's psych, they decided that they were going to try to drop me because they decided that I was unfixable. And my mom, I love my mom to death because she was like, I will sue you and we will expose this. Because after 37 years after I was 37 years old, and after being under their psych care since I was 7 years old, and I ended up unaliving myself because they weren't helping me. And my files are like 20 lawyer boxes thick because I did everything they ever told me to find out that after fighting them on them dropping me, all they had to do was put me through dialectical behavioral therapy, which was a 6-month course. And I am now 5 years late, 7 years later, I'm off of all psych meds and doing better than I've ever done in my entire life. But they made more money giving me 600 milligrams of Seroquel, 1,400 milligrams of lithium, 800 milligrams of citalopram, 600 milligrams of lamotrigine, or 40 milligrams of citalopram, 14 Okay, a lot of meds, guys. I have it written down somewhere. I honestly forgot how many meds I've been on. I used to be able to recite it out like no other, but I haven't been on them, so I haven't had to recite them out. But believe me, guys, I was on a lot of meds for a long time. All it took was a DBT course. And insurance made a heck of a lot of money off of me for those 30 years. You think they're making any money off of me now? No, I don't need psych services. And when I do, I call BetterHelp because truthfully, I have such skills put in place because of DBT that I know what to do now. And I've been able to rewire my own brain. So I don't need psych meds. I can respond. Do I respond perfectly to every situation? No. Does anybody? No. Am I kind of learning how to work with a brain that is not influenced by drugs anymore? Yes. But so I am so for this Luigi Mangioloni bill because it's going to make such a difference when it comes to everybody's insurance and everybody's medical health. And truthfully, who's better to decide what should be done for your medical health than you and your doctor? So, and then the next thing that I found very interesting is that Trump signed another executive bill that will require that all government invoices actually have not only dates, but the expenditures listed in detail. I literally was like, wait, what? So, wait, what? Because in working in accounting, I know for a fact that the IRS will come after you if you do not have detailed invoices. Yet they were doing it with our taxpayer money. You have got to be kidding me. So I am all for that. And then for Doge to find out that non-citizens, illegal immigrants were actually receiving Social Security benefits and tax returns up to $14,000 because yeah, our economy sucks so bad right now that we were able to give immigrants and illegal aliens, $14,000 tax returns, but 50% of adults are coexisting with their parents. Make it, and yet Democrats are throwing a fit. Like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. My next note was literally stop blaming the current legislation for having to fix the problems from the previous legislations who were all Democratic. Get mad at the ones who created the mess. Because as a parent, any parent knows you don't get mad at yourself for creating the child who created the mess. You get mad at the child for creating the mess. So you need to turn your redirect your anger. Anyway, on that note, we're going to jump into a little 10-minute sprint because, well, that's right. Okay, for my clients, how does this correlate back to the energies that have changed? A lot of this has to do with Neptune and Aries. Which creates ripples in the collective consciousness. It sets up a new generational cycle to work with. That is literally what Trump is doing when he's signing all of the executive orders that I just named. Okay, from the ticket scalpers, which is going to set it up for generational future generations, to the insurance, to creating new legislation that is getting rid of fraud like illegal immigrants getting our taxpayer money. There was a conversation I had with a friend in Virginia who was 23. And I had this conversation with her, I think, a year and a half ago. And I said to her that I actually felt really bad for her generation because the truth was the chances of her ever seeing a dime of the Social Security that she was paying into because she was currently working was slim to none. And I'll never forget the look on her face when she was like, "What are you talking about?" And I was just like, "Don't you know the state of the economy right now? Like, you're paying into Social Security, but you'll probably never see it." I was like, "I'll be lucky if I see it." And I remember that just seeing a fire light in her. And so there's a lot of these changes where I think there's a ripple effect that's definitely going on, and this ripple effect is going to continue. The other influence that I saw this was that Venus is in Pisces. Power to forgive is strengthened since your compassion runs high. Deep need to find a soul, find a soul connection. A lot of this, especially the Luigi Mandeloni bill, I don't know how many people having insurance companies stop choosing what they think is best for you and your children. I think that's where I saw that falling into place, is because it's going to strengthen that strengthens a compassion for the people and amongst the people that you can't, so. And then the other one that I saw that this related to was where is it? Which one was the other one? Oh, Uranus and Taurus, sudden changes in finances and values of society. Innovative energies with practical application, revolutionary progress is considered and achieved. So there you can see how a lot of this stuff that's happening right now is actually influenced by a lot of the bigger planets and what is going on. And some wonder why people support Luigi. When I heard why he did it, that's where my head went to, was back, because here's another thing is I sat down with a board group from Kaiser and I told them my story. And I remember one young lady running out of the room and screaming because she was like, we are doing this to people. This is what we're doing to people. And I remember after that, Kaiser really took a huge turn towards mental health around 2017. I don't want to say that I had something to do with it, but I'll never forget the look on these board members' faces when I was just pleading with them. Like, I have tried my whole life to be normal. I've taken the medications you've told me to take. I've done the classes that you've told me to take. I've done the training. I've done the therapies. I've done everything. I have gone to the sessions. I have done it all, and none of it has worked. And you guys won't listen to me that it's not working. And so I understand where he was coming from. I immediately sided with him when I heard what happened, because I was just like, I've been there. Not only that, but the same thing happened to me with my wrist in Trader Joe's. Because it was a work-related incident, I remember the workman's comp person telling me that it was because I was weak, that was the problem. It wasn't until I basically demanded a second opinion that they did an x-ray and found out that my tendon was detached. And if it wasn't for me demanding a second opinion, this guy would have this insurance agent who hadn't even looked at me would have said, oh, you're just too weak. That's the problem. You're female and you're too weak to be lifting wine cases all the time. And I'm like, honey, you're talking to somebody who took 12 years of karate. Okay, I can break boards with my fists. Do not tell me that I'm too weak to pick up a case of wine. Okay, let me palm heal your chest and you tell me I'm weak. Okay, anyway, and I love palm heals because they break the ribs, and if you do it right, you can dig the rib. Anyway, we're not going to get into violence. Self-defense, people. It's all about self-defense. This is 12. Anyway, so we're going to jump into, on that note, we're going to jump into another 20-minute sprint. After this 20-minute sprint, I'm going to send the text out now. Actually, we're going to click send. Okay. So after this sprint, we are going to do the planetary aspects and then the card pulls. So, Tracy, we're using, I can't even pronounce it. We're using this deck, the deck you requested. Alex, I have your Crystal Spirits. Brian, we have your this one, and then Dwayne. So, and then if you don't respond, for anybody else who doesn't respond, we're just going to use my old school deck. Okay, so that's where we are for all of you, and I will see you all in 20 minutes. All right, in 3, 2, 1, and don't forget to All right, that's the end of that sprint. And okay, so yeah, like everybody got back to me. Most of you, I understand, are watching later, so I will do it. But just so you all know, I have 9 card readings to do. Tracy, Brian, Dwayne, Alex, Amy, Josh, Kim, Debbie, and Evie. So just an overall for my prepaid clients. Emma and Amy, you have one left each. Alex and Kim, you have 2 left each, and Brian, you are out. So this is Brian. These are your last readings, unless you want to prepay again. So for Tracy, you wanted a relationship reading, and because I wasn't able to do them Friday, I said that I would do them on stream this time. So, all right. Tracy. Oh, my dear. Okay. Okay, well, first of all, Tracy, I'm hearing that a lot of the frustrations in the first place are due to more Venus retrograde energy than anything. So let me look at this. Okay, see, this is weird. I'm going to do a card reading for you, but your angels are referencing that we need more of an angel reading than a card reading. So this might be a combined of the two, because the energies that you are trying to navigate right now are not easily answered in one question. So we'll do this, but you might actually, and I don't usually say you need an angel reading, but I think you might actually need an angel reading. Okay, so abundance is in reverse. There's abundance in reverse. Then you have velour in reverse. And then you've got powers. So I'm going to do a 4th one just to get a gauge on. Yeah. And then you've got an ace of swords in reverse. A lot of what is happening to you is not anything that you can handle or you can control. So wasn't that interesting? This is not the pamphlet for this book. That's interesting. Okay, so well, I'm just gonna do a basic read and not do off a pamphlet, because I knew we were gonna have to do more. So your angels were right. We're gonna have to do more of an angel reading, because evidently wrong pamphlet. So see this, guys, this is why you should just listen to your angels. Basically, abundance has been in a reverse, but that's the way it's been for a minute, and that's because we're trying to navigate when you're not in a relationship, there's not an abundance of a relationship, basically, is the way to put that. Velour, you've kind of, the reason that they're actually showing that you're struggling in the whole relationship aspect is because you're lowering your standards. You're not sticking to basically your own qualifications, and therefore the people are falling short. With the powers card, your angels are referencing that you need to trust in your own abilities. You need to have a little bit more self-confidence, and you need to keep those boundaries up, because within those boundaries is what is worth for you. Because how are you going to keep the proving of your worth if you're going to lower your boundaries to just have a relationship? That's you're going back on your own worth. So, and then Ace of Swords, they're referencing that the struggle is more of, and I know that's in here, the struggle is more of with outside sources. So peace after a quarrel or about, you're battling forces that are beyond your own. This isn't your battle. Stop trying to battle forces that are beyond your own. Again, this has to do a lot with Venus in retrograde. Oh, frick. In reverse. So, like I said, I think your angels are telling you that this has more to do with Venus retrograde. You can't control or navigate these energies, so leave it alone for now. I'm kind of with you, girl. I want a relationship too. But starting a relationship during these kind of energies, I mean, we've got Venus in retrograde. We've got Mercury in retrograde. April Fools is tomorrow. Like, let's not. Okay. So that's where we are in relationships. And here's the problem. Like, it's more of like for Venus in retrograde, it's starting new love. For all of you already in a relationship, Venus retrograde just causes disruptions in your current relationship. For us that are single, it's like, oh, no, don't you be starting a relationship during Venus retrograde. And that's, I think, the difficult part of it. Okay, Brian, you have 2 coming up. So technically we have 10 readings because Brian wanted 2. You wanted 1 on the relationship aspect. Well, first message they came in is good job getting rid of the girlfriend. And then you wanted 1 on the work, and we've got our Christmas deck for you. So here we go. So let's do the relationship aspect first. Oh, they're referencing that you might not be able to mitigate the damages that you've already done. I don't like what I'm hearing. I really don't like what I'm hearing. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. If any of you have been following along all this time, you'll understand why I'm laughing in a minute. Okay, we've got the 2 of Needles in reverse. Okay, then we've got the 4 of Presents. Again. I swear this shows up in every reading. And then we've got the, what is this? 8 strength, actually, is what it is. So in regards to relationship, the 2 of Needles. Yeah. Okay. 2 of Needles reverted. You're not seeing eye to eye with someone in your life, and things are coming to a head. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. Like I said, even though you dropped the girlfriend, that doesn't mean wife didn't find out about the girlfriend. Doesn't mean that you are not going to face the circumstances and the repercussions for the situation you have created for yourself. Okay. So I was right. You weren't supposed to have a girlfriend. Okay. You've committed your thoughts and your feelings, and so have they, but you're still in a disagreement. Sometimes all you can do is give your best advice and be supportive without standing in the way. Yeah, this might be one of those things where, okay, so here's the thing, Brian, I'm going to tell you this. Oh, this is going to get personal, guys. When my ex-husband cheated on me 6 months after we were married, there wasn't a part of me that didn't fall out of love for him. What happened was I couldn't trust him. To this day, I still care for him, always will. I mean, I loved him since high school, 11 years with the man. But he broke me so hard that he basically broke the baby I was carrying. And the level of unable to trust again is actually what there's no amount of love in my heart that could ever allow me to be put in a position again where I have to trust him with my emotions. That's, from what I can see, that is what you're dealing with here. It's not that your wife doesn't love you. She can't trust you. And that will destroy the relationship. So, and that's and from what I can see, the 2 of Needles in reverse, that's exactly what that's saying. And from what I remember of the 4 of Presents upright, that's exactly what's going on here. Share your treasures with others and let your loved ones know how much you appreciate them. It's time to give others the credit they deserve for helping you get where you are today. And then the strength card, I think, says in and of itself, you're going to need strength to go through whatever situation. And if there's anything you need strength for, a divorce would be one of them. So let me read the Strength card, but I'm pretty sure that, my dear, you have just destroyed your entire relationship. And I believe that you were married for something like 30 years, if I do recall correctly. So for you to do this, I'm actually struggling right now because I am I'm trying to be very biased, and it's proving to be difficult at the moment. So give me a second, guys. There it is. See, as soon as I took a breath, bam. Okay, so upright. Though the behemoth is large and impossible, he has a soft side and celebrates creatures big and small. Strength isn't just about brute force. It's about having the self-control and sense to know when to be firm and when to lend with compassion. Don't try to use force to get your way. You'll be more successful if you lead by example and stay kind. So, Brian, I would do what you can to prepare for a divorce, from what I can see. Is it 100%? No. Free will is still involved. She could turn a corner. She could completely change direction overnight. Something dramatic could happen. I'm not saying it's set in stone. It won't be set in stone until you know for a fact through paperwork. However, I would say those cards spoke extremely loudly. All right, so the next read you wanted was in work. So we're going to go into that. You might be looking out with work, bro. And if you're going through hell at home, focusing on work might have been your way of mitigating, and it might be your saving grace. So let's check here. We've got the Chariot, Page of Needles in reverse, and King of Needles right side up. So here you go. You got the Chariot, you've got the Page of Needles, you've got the King of Needles. And I'm gonna say it to you now, Brian. I'm pissed. I'm pissed at you. I really am. I'm really disappointed and upset with you right now. All right. So the Chariot, and the Chariot was upright. Yes, Chariot was upright. The singular commitment to a goal is what the Chariot is all about. Don't get sidetracked because there's no time for doubts. Continue forward, fierce determination, and don't let anything stand in your way. Page of Needles, and that's past. So that's kind of, yeah, like I said, you've probably been diving your head into work to avoid whatever was going on at home, which tends to be the case sometimes. I do the same thing. I think a lot of us do the same thing, actually. All right. Page of Needles in reverse. We have a know-it-all whose ego gets the way of success. He doesn't keep his promises and often passes the blame to his own mistakes to others. Snide and manipulative. The reverse of Needles is childish, goal, and self-interested. Remember, cooperation and humility will get you further than bullying others. King of Needles. Has the brains, logic, and determination. He deeply respected, but sometimes feared for his cold, shrewd tendencies. When this card comes forward, take it as a sign to let reason and sensibility guide you instead of letting your emotions get the best of you. You may have been diving into work to distract yourself from what's going on at home, Brian. However, you've been displacing your emotional frustrations at work, and it is now affecting your job. Overall, Brian, you have got to get in order. You have got to check your emotions. You have got to check your energies. You have got to realize that you've created this situation, and you're the one who's going to have to get out of it and not put yeah, I'm not happy with you, Brian. And on that note, we're going to move right on. And Dwayne, we're going to cleanse these cards because, wow. If you wanted these cards, and we're going to just, cleanse them right down. We're going to add a little bit of rose quartz onto that as well, because Okay, so Dwayne, you just wanted a general. And I am so sorry, Dwayne, that your reading follows that emotional one. Because yeah, see, we like Dwayne's energy. You can always tell when I tap into him. It's like, it's Dwayne. All right, mister, let's do a general for you. You've got good vibes. You've got good mojo going. You're just in the swing of things. All right. All right. All right. I'm hearing that you're kind of like the world right now. That might be actually what's saving you at the moment. So let's find out what's going on here. So we've got Temperance in reverse. We've got the Chariot in reverse, and we've got the Queen of Needles right side up. I would definitely say you've got some good energy, huh? Okay, so, but you've got good energy, but you actually might need to slow down. It might be one of those situations where you need to slow down to speed up. Hold on, because with the Chariot in reverse in there, yeah, so let me pull up Temperance. Okay, so we've got Temperance first. In reverse, we've got life is feeling hectic. It's time to bring things back into balance. Pay attention to areas of your life that may be little neglected. The recipe for success remains a pinch of self-reflection and a dash of temperance. Stir thoroughly and enjoy. So yeah, which explains why you're coming in for a general. You're doing exactly what your angels need you to do, is kind of like touch base. And it might be, what I'm thinking is they need you to slow down to speed up. So Chariot in reverse, we've got are you getting bogged down in the details and discouraged by setbacks? Reconnect with your initial motivation. Remembering your goals will help you find the strength and passion you need to move forward and succeed. Yeah, so they want you to slow down, refocus, and you're going to move forward. And if you do that, we've got the Queen of Needles. So let's check out what she's got to say, because she looks pretty sassy, if I have to say myself, with her little shawl and everything. All right, Queen of Needles. We've got intellectual and sensible. She takes time to make her own mind and isn't easily swayed by trends, fads, or popular opinions. Fair and practical, the Queen of Needles shouldn't be underestimated. This card is to call to remember how strong you really are. So, yep. They're telling. So, Dwayne, it's one of those things where you have been able to, wow. Yeah, you have such good energy because of the fact that you have been doing so well. So they're referencing that because, and this has nothing to do with your energies. This actually has more to do with the universal energies. Wow, I just got goosebumps. They're referencing, when I always talk about how to mitigate energies, this is what they mean by mitigating these energies. Slow down to speed up. Work in reverse to move forward. These kind of energies, your normal practices are actually going to get in your way. So, like, it really is almost like walk backwards to move forwards type energy, if that makes sense. And if it doesn't, text me and I'll try to explain it better. So that was Dwayne. We're on to Alex. Guys, this is going to be a long stream. After this, I might just jump into horoscopes because it's and do planetary aspects, because we're only 3 into the 9 that I needed to do. Okay, so we've got spirits. And we've got Alex, and you wanted relationship. All right. And I'm hearing I need to do that real quick. Oh, yeah, I did. Whew. Okay. Much better. Okay. And then Alex, hello. Why are you so tired? I have to check in with you, girl. Why are you so tired? Okay, so oh, you're watching. Oh, you're on Facebook, aren't you? Okay. Hey, I popped over here. Okay. Well, then let's check into this relation. That's why you're asking about relationships. should know better than to hook up at clubs or parties or raves. Okay. Here we go. Wow. They're making me shake my head. Okay. Okay. Well, first of all, every time I asked the question and connected to you, my head went. We've got orange in reverse. These don't have reverse. Orange. We've got black tourmaline. We've got selenite. Could you even see those? That might be a little bit easier to see. There you go. Yeah. Okay. All right, my day, you're 40. One hit wonders. Joy is sensuality, respecting your body, body love. Sorry. Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to be hooking up at a rave. Healthy boundaries. Black tourmaline. Okay. Healthy boundaries, repelling and dispelling unwanted energies, shielding and protection, healthy independence. It's not me. It's not me. It's the cards. Don't yell at the messenger. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You will find love. You will find love, just not right now. Okay. And your last one, selenite. Selenite. Liquid light, fluidity, flexibility, illumination, and clarity, raising your vibration. So there is somebody out there. They're just waiting for you to raise your vibration. Maybe not hooking up at a rave. Maybe just going and enjoying the music and the energies for what they are at a rave instead of trying to find somebody to hook up with. Just thoughts. Anyway, well, then you go have fun, and I'm glad that you're enjoying yourself. But girl, it's Venus retrograde and you're single. You should know better than to try to start a relationship. Come on now. All right. And then Debbie, you wanted work. All right. So Miss Debbie, where are you? Miss Debbie. Why do I feel like Miss Debbie is working? Okay. I feel like Miss Debbie is working because, yeah. Yep. When they're like, this, I can always tell when you guys are working because your brains will be bouncing back and forth. It's like, I'm here. I'm here. And it's like, okay. All right. Well, let me go this direction then. There. Okay. That gets high. That'll give me a better sense for you since you're working, actually. Let's get a view. Yeah, I want the view of the overall. There we go. That's what I want. Thank you. Hold it right there. Gotta do this quick. You're gonna move on me. Okay. All right. So, Miss Debbie, we've got a lot of it. I had to, okay, so Miss Debbie, I think you're at work while I'm doing this reading, so I couldn't get a direct link onto your mindset in regards to work. So what I did is I extended to the overall energies within the office itself to get a reading on that for you. So that's kind of, so it's your connection to the energies of the overall office that we're getting a reading on. Okay. And we've got, we've got cards I've never seen before. All three. I've never seen either. I think I've seen that one. Apache Tears, Spirit Quartz, and Smithsonite. So let's go into that. Yeah, I think she is working. But her angels are here. All right, so Apache Tears. Letting go of grief, recovering from the past, releasing pain so old wounds heal. So we've got trouble at work. Oh, that's okay. So that's why she's getting a reading on work. Something happened at the office with her. Okay, so spirit quartz. From what I can see, Debbie, you're navigating the energies correctly because, well, let's see how the overall office feels for you, because it actually might have been better that we got an overall on the office instead of just you. Because, yeah, this looks like it involved everybody in the office, whatever the hell happened. Spirit quartz. Connecting to community, universal love, harmony, and cooperation. Wow. That's literally what I was just saying, is I think this involves the entire office. So something happened that must have literally disrupted the entire workflow of the office. Well, 51. Samsonite is what's going to tell us how the outcome is going to be in regards to this. Rebirth from chaos. Oh, that's good news. Evolution, stress relief, emotional boost, clearing of obstacles to growth. So whatever happened at work, Debbie, you scathed it clear as heck, because absolute chaos went down. The whole office is evidently having to, like, I almost feel like this was one of those situations where you had like one person within a team try to sabotage the whole team. This is very interesting. So, well, the good news is, Debbie, is you are definitely going to be coming out of this on the upper end of it. So, all right. So that was Alex. That was Debbie. We've got Amy, Josh, Kim, and Evie left. So, Amy, you wanted the curious cards. Okay, I'm gonna move these back here. Kind of running out of room over here. All right, curious cards, curious creatures, our curious creatures cards. And these ones I actually don't think I think I've only used them once. Okay, and you wanted a general, so Amy. Ooh, yep, I just saw that. Hi, girl. Y'all are watching on Facebook, aren't you? Okay, Amy. General for you. Amy. Clear your mind, girl. I hate it when you do this to me. Yeah, I know. I need you to stop and focus for a second, because you wanted a general and I can't. You forget how powerful you are sometimes. Thank you. Okay, so since you have to, okay, hold on. Let me connect to the, yeah, I was going to say, okay, thank you. Oh, Amy, I can see why you're asking. Okay. I can feel that. You're not, if you've been concerned about a dark cloud, you're not wrong. Okay, so let's look. I'm going to see what this dark cloud is. Instead of doing a general on you, I'm going to see what the dark cloud is. Okay. All right. It's not, at first I thought it was in connection to the general energies, but it's not. This is a separate dark cloud that's literally lingering over you and your family right now. So yeah, let's look at this. Ooh, they want a 5 card. Oh crap. Okay. Okay, logic and intuition is what's going to get you out of this, but I have a feeling you already knew that. Okay, so I forgot. You guys can't see what I see. So we've got the world. And this is why they wanted me to pull 5. Okay. We got the World. We got the Ace of Wands. We got the Knight of Wands. Then we've got the Sun in reverse. And then we've got the 7 of Cups. Okay. And I'm not going to charge you for a 5. Don't worry about it. The angels did it. So that's the way we work. All right. So the World. We already know what the World is. The World is you had the world in your hand. Compassion, finishing a cycle, success, freedom, contentment, inner world peace, wholeness, travel, and acquisition of property. So that was your move when you moved. Okay. That was the whole life shift. Okay. And then we have the Ace of Wands. And of course, I don't like this book. I like my other books because they're actually numbered. This one's not, but that's okay. Okay. Exciting new ideas, inspiration striking, massive opportunity, new beginnings, motivation, and intense creation. Again, this was after the move, starting the new job, both of you and him starting the new job, doing the new things. Then I have a feeling this is when S hit the fan. Knight of Swords in reverse, if I remember correctly, of what happened with man. I don't know. Do we even call him man? I mean, he's definitely lost the title of hubby. Falling in love too quickly, manipulation, a narcissist, a player, a person who is emotionally volatile, being melodramatic, or brooding. Yeah, that we figured that one out. I was going to say that. This is why they wanted me to pull 5, because it's we already know this. This is what's important, because you were hoping for that to be right side up. I know that for a fact, and I was too. However, I told you this kind of goes along with that line of sometimes we have to go down to go up. Sometimes we have to, especially when we're making big changes, sometimes there's a lull before we can climb back up. I mean, you got to find your footing on that mountain before you can start climbing again, right? I mean, we've all been there. So the Sun in reverse, ego, inauthentic, positivity, delays the need to work on a negative mindset or a belief. You could still be hurting, and that could actually be what's preventing you from moving forward. A lack of confidence, time to seek inspiration, work on joy, which I don't blame you for being depressed. You're allowed to be depressed. I'm not at all going to ridicule you in any way for being depressed with what you've been through, but you were wondering why the slowdown, what are the obstacles? And this is one of those times when you could be your own worst enemy and not even realize it. And sometimes, we forget that our electromagnetic fields that surrounds us is actually induced and influenced by our thoughts. I mean, the thoughts running through our brains is what creates the electromagnetic field around us. You have positive thoughts, you have positive electromagnetic fields. You have negative thoughts, negative electromagnetic field. So that could be what they're referencing. So 7 of Cups is heads up, opportunities and options. Fantasies, illusions, having a choice to make without the benefit of having the complete picture. So you're going to have change coming up. I'm actually going to pull the next card because something tells me it has to do with business. Okay, the next card was the 7 of Swords. I'm just, girl, you're like Cora, so I don't mind doing a little bit further of a read for you. 7 of Swords, heads up, deception, taking only what you need, being strategic, steering clear of dishonesty and manipulation. Okay, do not let hubby back in the picture. So this could be, your angels are warning you that you're like, yeah, just because things are tough right now doesn't mean they're going to get better. So don't go back to old things that didn't work before expecting a different result, because that's actually the definition of insanity. Okay. Stick to the course. You're going to get there. You're going to be fine. You're going to do great. Okay. And I put those cards away like I didn't need them anymore. All right. So Josh, everybody's got relationship issues. But yeah, we're working on, I know we're working on changing the mindset, Amy. I know. It's going to get better. I promise. By June. How about this? How about this? If we are still like this in June, I will give you 5 free readings. If things don't get better for you by June, I will give you 5 free readings. Deal? Okay. Deal. All right. And you can hold me to it. Because I can almost guarantee that by June things will get better for you. All right, Josh. Because you're on the positive side of karma. That's why. Like, you're allowed, like, yes, you've gone through some really bad stuff, but you didn't do any of it. You've had to deal with, like they said, a narcissist. Okay. So, and you being depressed after your entire life fell apart. I mean, you moved to another state to be with this person, to start a life. And then you get there and they decide, oh, I changed my mind. And you're now like having to figure it out. Honey, you're allowed to be a little upset. You're allowed to be depressed. You're allowed to have emotion with that. Okay. All right. And we're going to re-cleanse these cards because I'm supposed to be doing a reading for Josh. Amy. Okay. Josh. Sorry, guys. You wanted a relationship too. I started singing Brigadoon. Okay. Brigadoon. It is a musical. Brigadoon, Brigadoon. I forget. Like, that's all I remember from it. It was a musical my mother did. Well, I'll explain it in a second, but it might have some meaning to your reading. So hold on. Oh, and hi, by the way. Okay. So, okay, Brigadoon is a love story about it's supposedly a hidden town that only appears after 20 years because of a curse, and 2 lone walkers stumbled upon it. It's supposedly set in Scotland, and one of the travelers falls in love with a girl that's in the town, and the other ends up disappearing with the town after 20 years, and his buddy comes back after 20. Like, it's a love story basically, but it's a musical as well. And I don't know why, but we're going to see why they were bringing this in. Okay, so we've got the Page of Cups in reverse. We got the 3 of Swords, which is a very scary looking bird. It takes me that I don't know why, but that just makes me uncomfortable. And then the Page of Swords in reverse. All right, so Page of Cups. I might want to turn the book the right way. Now we're getting we're just coming in with all sorts of songs. Weird Science is coming in now. Why? I have no idea. I don't know how Weird Science would apply to this. What kind of women are you into, Josh? So Page of, no, we don't want the Page of Wands. We want the Page of Cups, please. I'm getting all sorts of weird messages from your angels. Okay, come on. Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups, Page of Cups. Okay, in reverse. Page of Cups in reverse. That was far too difficult. It's far more difficult than it should have been. Emotional naivety, missing the signs on the path. Brigadoon. Being overly emotional, a tendency to be childish. Very interesting. Okay. Then we have the 3 of Swords. I just think it's interesting that they're like missing the signs on the path, emotionally naive. Okay. 3 of Swords. And I don't know this book yet. So, and every book is different. They should have a format as to how you have to put out tarot books. 3 of Swords with heads up. Heartbreak and sorrow, painful separation, a loss, a time for forgiveness, mental anguish, psychological wounds, or a reminder that time heals all. So that's current. So I was right. This is a sad love story. Okay. Page of Swords in reverse. Oh, Josh. I'm sorry, bro. Girls are hard. Trust me, I know girls are hard. I date them too. And I am one. And no, it's not easier. Page of Swords in reverse. Needing to use logic and reason and need to organize your thoughts. All tweets and no actions. Tattletale or gossiper. So you just need to spend some time and recoup, bro. There's their reference. You want another card? They actually threw that on the floor because you're not going to get the answer you want. I can see it in your head, Josh. You're wondering if she's going to come back, and the answer is no. Queen of Swords. Sorry, I forgot to show you. Queen of Swords and the Two of Swords in reverse. And that's how I know she's not coming back. So let me see the Queen of Swords. She's definitely the Queen of Swords. Or that's how she's acting anyway. A skilled communicator, clear perception, witty, intelligent mind, being calm and cool and collected, unbiased, decision-making, truth, honesty, knowledge, integrity. Yeah, she's being honest with you, Josh. Yeah, she's not going to change her mind. And the Two, so she's thought about this. Sometimes it just doesn't work. And I can be honest about that. Sometimes it just doesn't work. Okay, the Two of Swords in reverse. Between a rock and a hard place. I know you are. Grappling with the unknown, stalemate. So, yeah, Brian, Josh, the best thing you're going to want to do from here is just let it go. Go out with the buddies. Go out with the buddies. Just go release some steam. You know, do the whole woman ritual. Another one will come. Wait until after Venus retrograde and another one will come. Okay. All right, Kim. You wanted a general with the Alice in Wonderland cards. These are one of my favorite. This is one of my favorite decks. So, all right. And this is going to be a long stream, isn't it, guys? Alrighty. All right. So, oh, and you're here too. Hey. Okay. Hello. All right. So, Miss Kim. Kim, are you yelling at somebody right now? Can you stop, please? That hurt. Okay. I know you've got kids. All right. This is sometimes why I can't tap into Cora all the time, because sometimes she's yelling at her kids and I'm like, I can't get hit by it. Right. Kim, well, generally you're fine. Generally things are going good, but if this just a check-in. You know, you guys, even though you're on Facebook and you like texting me, you guys could really help out my channel by commenting on my channel. It really does help the algorithm. It really does help boost my channel. And, you know, if my channel can take off, I might not have to get a real job and I could do this for you all the time. So, just saying, I know a lot of you are shy, but I can. Yeah. I'm going to do 5 for you because you're not seeing something. Overall, things are good, but you're not seeing something. Okay, so there is a reason that you came in. We've got, I keep doing that. So we've got the, what, the 4 spears. 4 spears, 10 of teacups in reverse, Four of Flowers in reverse, Knight of Hedgehogs, and Two of Flowers in reverse. So there's something, that's why I'm saying there's something you're missing. So let's check this out real quick. All right, so we've got the Four of Spears. One, two, three, one, two, three. Where are you? Thank you. Okay, so we've got Four of Spears. Clear sign that you need to rest and ensure that you're tip-top shape for what it lies ahead. Oh, so there might be something you are missing. I'm glad you're checking in then. Make time for self-care, relaxation, pampering, whatever challenges and excitements you may soon be met with. You'll come out of this restful period ready for what next great adventure. Okay, so the 10 of Teacups, the emotional roller coaster. Because that's the dude I just... All right, you're not telling me. I love it. Like, I'm not telling. Okay, hold on. Teacups. Where's the teacups? There you are. The very last page. Okay, so 10 of Teacups in reverse indicates that close personal connections in your life are struggling. You're no longer seeing eye to eye with family or friends, and the status of your relationship with them is up in the air. You're missing something. Check in with your partner. Reflect on whether or not the relationship is salvageable. Do what is to work and maintain the bonds. Okay, so you're missing something. All right, so yeah, and it has to do with the relationship. You might need to sit down. Let's see what the rest of the cards say, but you might need to sit down and have a serious conversation with partner of like, hey, is there some area of our relationship that I'm seriously lacking in that I need to focus on? This might be one of those times to do a check-in. Exactly. How long have you two been dating? 3 months. It's the 3-month hump. I bet you money it is the 3-month hump. Hold on, let's finish the reading and we'll find out. Four of Flowers in reverse. Celebrating nature. You're experiencing a more personal accomplishments such as positive behavior, change, or successful, settling personal boundaries. Whatever the journey, you're much happier now. Okay, so in making yourself happy, you might have been stepping on toes and not realizing it. Okay, so the Knight of Hedgehogs. I wonder if that's hubby. Okay, Knight of Hedgehogs. Knight of Hedgehogs is an industrious and diligent as Bill the Lizard who risks it all trying to dutifully save the White Rabbit's house after Alice grows to gigantic proportions. The Knight of Hedgehogs reminds you to stick to your routines, work hard, and focus on the depths. So in changing yourself and changing your behaviors for the better, yeah, you're going to have to check in and figure out what areas you neglected in the meantime and figure out the balance. And that actually comes up with the horoscopes for this weekend is finding balance. So the Two of Flowers, I turned right to it, in reverse, indicates that you may not be acknowledging the full reality of a situation. You may be refusing to see things as they are. You may be refusing to see things, preferring to allow your opinion, optimism and idealism to outshine any red flags or warning signs. It is exactly what I said. You're missing something. So you need to go back and check in with hubby and figure out, hey, I've done all this self-improving and everything else. Have I missed something with us in the relationship department? And that comes, like I said, that actually does come into focus in a lot of the horoscopes today. So last reading, guys, then we'll do a 20-minute sprint because I kind of need it. And then I will be covering horoscopes, and then that'll be the end of the stream. This one is, I guess, the last Friday was short. I told you guys I would make up for it. So we're making up for it. So Evie, are you on here? No. Okay, I'm going to assume no, because none messenger on here, and like nothing lit up. So we're going to say go. Okay, so Evie, you wanted a general? Okay, so let me tap into Evie. Hello, my dear. Ooh, you've got some cautious energy about you. Oh, okay. Knock, knock. It's me. There you go. Okay. Now I'm seeing why you wanted a general. Okay, so let's figure out why the heck you feel like you have to be so guarded. Hi. Okay. Archangel came in. Girl, wow. You're as I said that, literally that shot out. Your archangel came in, and we're gonna find out what your archangel has to say, my dear. Evie, not Eve, Evie. All right, you are going through the trenches right now. Okay. For your archangel, first of all, for your archangel to step in this strong, whatever you're going through is life changing. First of all, and second of all, you've got some really, like, I just got goosebumps again. You've got some really, really, really positively good protection covering your ass on this. Cool. Okay, Evie, I have a feeling this has to do with your mother-in-law. Oh my gosh, I would have to check with your last reading. Oh, I would do the reading. Okay, so what I'm seeing is that you set down your you put up your boundaries to your mother-in-law. You laid down the law. You were like, these are the rules. This is how it's going to be. And it wasn't accepted well. Okay, but here's a good thing. Everybody's on your side. Let's get to the cards and see what we're seeing, because I'm getting some major goosebumps, some major energy with this. All right, so we've got the Empress in reverse, and this is why I think it's your mother-in-law. We've got flowers, the one of flowers, and then we've got 4 of teacups. Okay, but the overarching, because your archangel came in with the 6 of cups. So this is when this happens, okay, what this means is that this is the overall influence of what's causing all of this. This is the core of the issue. And then what is this is navigating the issue. So basically, take a breath. Your angels are referencing that there's so much, everybody on the other side is on your side with this. So 6 of cups, 6 of teacups, right side up. Advises you to reconnect with the simple things in life that bring you joy. Go outside to enjoy the warm feelings of sunshine on your face and call on an old friend to reminisce and laugh. So you being able to mitigate this entire situation and still be able to go out and have a good time is actually what's causing the problems. Whoever is at the core of this issue simply does not like seeing you happy, period. So that's also why, from past readings, that's also why I believe it's your mother-in-law. So the Empress in reverse, let's get into this and then we'll see what the actual end is. But this is the strongest reading I've had all night. Reverse, okay, represents an insecure person who goes over the top in her need for adoration. Don't lose your head while looking for validation, and remember that relying on others to feel good about yourself isn't healthy. True confidence and beauty can come from within. You laid down your boundaries. This is why you're checking for a general, because you made the move that nobody thought that you'd be strong enough to make, and you just basically told everybody this. Okay, so Ace of Flowers, right side up. Represents Ace of Flowers. Represents new inspirations and ideas. You're feeling an exciting urge in your creativity. Embrace your visionary ideals and use them to motivate your next steps. There's no telling how far your innovation will take you. Yep, they're mad because you're happy. They're mad because you laid down the law. You are not in the mood to please this person anymore. And it's giving you the freedom that you've been hoping for, and they don't like it. So 4 of teacups, which is actually makes me very happy because you're, yeah, I remember correctly. I said that your mother-in-law, like, be happy you don't have 3 of them. 4 of teacups, right side up. You have a tough choice to make and are having trouble coming to a decision. You may be feeling overwhelmed in opportunities but unable to pursue all of them, or you may be struggling to weigh one option against the other. Use your intuition to help make the decisions. So yeah, this is basically, okay, so this is what's been going on. This is where the future is because you're wavering. You're starting to wonder because of the pressure, because of what's going on. Did I make the right decision? Is this is affecting the overall family this much worth it? Yes. Your angels, your archangel is referencing, do not give up in this. This is the boundary that needs to be created in order for you to save yourself, pretty much. Okay. So that's the end of the readings. I cannot. Oh gosh, I'm tired, guys. That's, whew, I'm exhausted from that. We're going to jump into a 20-minute sprint. And when we come back, I promise I will cover the planetary aspects this time. Actually, real quick, we're going to jump into a 20-minute sprint. I need the 20-minute sprint. Then I'll be covering the planetary aspects that are influencing us and doing horoscopes. Okay. I might cover a little bit about April Fools if anybody's interested. But for now, I need to go take a break and I will see you guys in 20 minutes. Might have to reset the timer first. So 20 minutes on the clock, and I will see you guys in a couple minutes. In 3, 2, 1. And don't forget All right, that's the end of that sprint. So a couple things that I wanted to cover because yeah, you know who you are. You texted me. Oh, my phone's right there. Anyway, you know who you are. Quick notes on Disney. My opinions basically after the whole Snow White debacle. Number one, movie theaters should now not have to pay the studios for copyrights for the movies. What should happen is they should loan the rights to the movies to the movie theaters, and then the movie theaters should pay the studios based on the percentage of tickets that were sold. I think that would not only help the movie theaters and help people to get back to theaters, but it would reduce the cost of the tickets, which is one of the biggest reasons from what I'm hearing is why people aren't going to the movies. A lot of people said that if movie tickets were $10, they probably would have gone to see the Snow White no matter how bad it was. But because it's $25 to $30 a pop per person, they're not going to spend $200 to take their kids to take their family to go see a crap movie. So that's one thing I had an opinion on. The other my predictions about Disney are as follows. Lilo and Stitch and Freaky Friday will save Disney from the downfall of Snow White. Snow White needed to make 700 million to break even. They only brought in 87 million. Lindsay and Jamie are basically going to school Rachel Zegler when it comes to how to handle PR with a movie. Iger needs to take accountability because instead of firing the entire group of people that worked on Studio, aka the entire studio in the UK, 400 people were fired that worked on Snow White. He needs to take accountability that his decision making is the problem, not the people that worked on the damn movie. Third of all, my angel predictions are that the big box office hits that are going to come up in the next coming years are going to be the huge action movies, not the revised or reinvented old idea new movies, but actual new integrated action movies. And then the other ones that are going to sell are going to be the romance films that are going to go back to the format like The Piano. Okay. My simple notes on Snow White were the Chinese are laughing. The Little Mermaid did better. Rachel celebrated by posting pictures of herself sitting alone in an empty theater. Producer's son literally had to come out and school Rachel Zegler on how to be an adult. The situation has completely screwed them over for the entire situation with Gina Carano. Yes, she's going to win that case hands down. I hate to say it, but I told you so. 400 people fired in the UK. Iger shut down the studio. It's just BS. And they referenced that the classic cinema nights at most theaters, and most of my information I'm getting from WDW Pro and all the people on that channel. Classic, and I can actually vouch for this in my experience as well. Classic Cinema Night, which is a Tuesday night thing that they do where they host old movies in the theater, actually does better per capita per movie than these big mainstream movies. So there you go. There's your answer. And then for my students that are learning how to navigate energies along with you learning DBT, dialectical behavior therapy skills, Brett Cooper actually did a most recent interview with Reagan Conrad regarding the situation that went down at the Daily Wire. She is a master example of how to use DBT skills during an interview. And I mean, I can point out throughout, if you guys want to, I could actually pull up the 10-minute video that I watched. And it was only a 10-minute clip that I watched where she used emotional regulation, distress tolerance, mindfulness, interpersonal effectiveness, distraction, self-soothing, massive amounts of radical acceptance, assertiveness, improve skills, and in the moment skills. I was dumbfounded when I was watching that video because I could literally watch step by step when she would answer, like a question would be asked and you could watch it. She used emotional regulation. She used distress tolerance. She then was mindful about where she was. You could tell that she was using radical acceptance. She was mindful about what she was saying, and she lived in the moment when she spoke. And it was one of those things where I was like, this is a perfect example. Everybody should be watching this. So Brett Cooper, I applaud you massively because You are at 23 years old, you are able to handle very difficult situations better than some 40 and 50-year-olds that I know. Brian. And that's all I'm going to say is I highly recommend for any of you that need to have a little, like, what do you mean by how do you apply these? What does it look like when you apply these skills in person? I try to show you guys, but a lot of you say it's hard to see with me because, you know, there's a lot to take in with me in a moment. And I understand that. I get it. Brett Cooper did amazing. And my heart goes out to her too, because the situation that she's navigating right now is not easy. As she said, I do agree with her, especially when it comes to business. Friendships are hard. Doing business with a friend can really define your friendship. I think Cora can kind of speak the same. I think there's a lot of us that work YouTube that can actually speak the same. How you handle yourself professionally can adversely affect, inversely or inadversely affect your personal friendship. Sometimes you can try to keep it professional, but when things hurt, things hurt. And you can tell that Brett is in pain. Brett is hurting when it comes to the friendship situation. I don't want to go into it because if you're a psychic, it's as clear as day. It's written all over her aura. It's written in her energy. It's written on her face. It's written in her body language. It's written in her eyes. It's written in her aura. She was hurt by this situation massively. She's handling it with massive amounts of respect, but you can tell that whether she wants it to or not, this situation is going to change how she handles friendships moving forward in her life. And I hate to say it, but this is one of those realizations that you have in your 20s about friendships, because adult friendships are very, very different than high school friendships. And in your 20s, especially 22, 23, sometimes it's hard to break out of that high school type friendship mentality and move into the adult friendship mentality and not get hurt. And I think we've all experienced it. So those are my little rants on that. This is going to be an extra long stream. Good gosh. Okay, so planetary aspects for my students that have been sitting here twiddling their thumbs or just literally put it on pause and has been skipping to figure out where they can start writing stuff down. We're here. We're at the spot. Grab your pen and paper. I promise. Planetary aspects. We don't have that many, but they're strong. And Mercury, excuse me, angels coming in because they know that the horoscopes are next. Mercury and Mars are the strongest influence. Mercury, Mars, and Venus, you can just kind of, they're bitch slapping us, guys, to just give to you, frankly. Okay. Mercury conjunction with Venus. Looking at the bright side of life, agreeable, optimistic, sociable energies, enjoying speaking and writing, communications with charm and artistry. Intellectual pleasures are strongly influenced. Then we've got Mercury conjunct with Neptune, which is the stronger imaginative and mental energies, inspirational creative intelligence, quickly and naturally understands emotions. Mars trines with Saturn, reliable, determined, resourceful, and disciplined, shrewd, powerful resistance, workaholic tendencies, after a setback, getting right back up and carrying on. Mars sextile with Uranus, impulsive and bold energies, taking risks, daring to be different, insisting on freedoms of actions, progressive and courageous, innovative surprises, and erratic behaviors. Mars squares with Chiron, brings to light the potential for discontent in relationships, between our deepest wounds and our assertive feelings. Saturn sextile with Uranus is instinctively knowing how to be on the top of the situation, preserving and determined but ingenious and original energies, highly practical mindsets. So basically, guys, we are literally getting pulled to one dramatic side with creative inspiration and intelligence. And then we're getting wielded to the other side with discontent, instincts, determination, ingenious, and practical. Like that's pretty much what the next 3 days is going to be for everybody, is literally having to balance the practical with the impractical, the dreamy and imaginary, wanting to drift off into daydreams and not pay attention to reality, to having to focus and face. Fake is evidently focus and face combined together. Reality, fake reality, focus and face. Anyway, so for anybody who's new here, we're going to move on to horoscopes. The way we do horoscopes here is I usually start with Aries and I work my way through to the end. We usually use Scorpio till the end because my angels like to give me messages, and if I try to do Scorpio halfway through, I get all discombobulated, and yeah, it's just chaos. It's hard enough for me to concentrate as it is, like throwing in discombobulating energies, especially right now. Let's not. Okay, so here we go with my Aries babies, and we're going to cover Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So I'm going to cover the rest of today's energies, and you can just see if they matched up with you. And then we're going to cover Tuesdays and Wednesdays. All right, for my Aries, we had relaxing and rejuvenating energies with supportive undertones, warm, genuine, and pleasant energies with a focus on personal direction, confident, prioritizing, and healing energies with the ability for breakthroughs and achievements. By end of day. Into Tuesday, we've got balanced, calm, and moderate energies with examining and encouraging undertones, innovation and independent energies in business and projects, harmonious, clearing, and confident problem-solving energies with long-standing matters, and the ability to improve with financial matters and resources by end of day. Wednesday, we've got, for my Aries, we've got cooperative, harmonious, and negotiating energies with confrontational undertones. So be very careful on Wednesdays, Aries. Investigative and discovery type energies with into past actions with possible rewarding undertones, curiosity and harmonious energies in communications and connections with warm and genuine undertones by end of day. So like I said, there's going, like Aries, you don't have it that bad, but for most other signs, you're going to see that back and forth. Okay. For my Taurus, on Monday, we had a slow down and focus type energy, especially on self and interpersonal, with the need for more spiritual connection, recuperating, renewing, and a pushing type energy with complications in love and social came in midday. Idealistic and wishful energies with inspirational undertones for personal pursuits. Hopeful and improving energies in friendships does come in by end of day. Into Tuesday, we've got foundation building and reinforcing energies in social with a desire to play it safe. Confident and innovative energies in problem solving and past situations. Strong focus on change for the long term overall comes in midday. Focusing, stabilizing, and resolving issues in social and friendships comes in by the end of day with a boost in confidence and positive focus on life goals. On to Wednesday, you have pleasing and apathetic energies, pleasing and apathetic energies in friendships and the social. Appreciative, effective, and accepting energies in communications and connections does come in midday for you. Watch for powerful and overindulging energies with undertones of practical and fundamentals in resources and finances. So be careful not to go on a spending spree Wednesday afternoon, okay, Tauruses? For my Geminis, we've got withdrawing, slow down, pull back type energies with the ability to reorient priorities to start your Monday. Connecting and renewing energies in the spiritual with a need to catch up on past situations comes in midday with responsible and pleasure-filled energies in the work and projects department by end of day, which doesn't help on a Monday. Like really work-oriented energies in the evening. Like, thanks. For my Geminis on Tuesday, you've got negative energies in self-discipline that come into focus with responsibilities and priorities. Processing and digesting mental energies does come in with a need for connection in the interpersonal. Karmic and wisdom-oriented energies with the ability to teach and guide in work and behind-the-scene endeavors does come in by the midday. Optimistic and practical energies with balancing undertones is how you're going to finish off your Tuesday. Into Wednesday, on Wednesday for my Geminis, you've got to be careful to not break that line between confidence and cocky, okay? Admiration filled and attention seeking type energies with appreciations for performances and commitments to projects. Harmonizing, beautifying, and pampering energies with underlying pursuits to attract. Appealing and harmonious energies in opportunities and endeavors by end of day. This is why I'm saying, Geminis, be very careful on Wednesdays to balance that line between confidence and cocky. All the energies are going to be on your side, but just remember, that's on your side, for not everybody else's, okay? Cancers, on Monday, we had intuitive and processing energies and mental and thought. Restless and impatient energies can breathe life into old routines by midday. Watch for foggy or groggy type mental energies throughout the afternoon, with harmonizing and connecting energies in interactions and communications by end of day. For you Cancers, on Tuesday, you've got expressive, authentic, and satisfying energies with a focus on self-control and discipline. Harmonious and learning energies in social sector with the ability to openly share ideas. Spontaneous and freedom-filled energies in friendships and social sector with a focus on practical affairs by end of day. On Wednesday, we've got overwhelming and all-consuming mental energies with the ability to get stuck on one idea. Don't be your own worst enemy on Wednesdays, Cancers, okay? Cooperative, warming, and interesting energies in plans and affairs. Preparing, optimizing, and scrutinizing, but with secretive energies and a focus on the long term by end of day. Cancers, not many signs would understand what I meant by those secretive energies, but you Cancers, you know what I mean by that. So be wary of being overly sensitive and overly scrutinizing, especially on yourself when it comes to Wednesday, okay? For my Leos, your fire is burning. So my suggestion to you is just be careful you don't burn others this week, okay? Discovery and revolutionized type energies and resources and talents starts off your Monday with surprising and resourceful energies and observations and applications. Strategizing, investigatory, and confronting energies with a focus on stabilizing and attending to the deeper levels of things comes in by midday, with attentive and responsible energies in the practical affairs by end of day. Into Tuesday, you've got practical and innovative energies with a focus on the long term, unique perspective-oriented energies in expectations, structured, disciplined, and innovative energies in reputation with spontaneous undertones, improving and relinquishing energies in reliability and order in your life with supportive and motivating energies in financial and resources by end of day. Leos, do you understand what I mean by don't burn people? You're going to have a lot of strong energy on your side to make changes, but because you are a very strong fire sign, be careful of those sensitive ones that you can end up maybe being too forceful in your changes on, okay? Into Wednesday, we've got subtle and tactful energies with approachable undertones, rewarding positive and warm energies in communications and exchanges with partnering and networking undertones by midday, revelation, realization, and epiphany type energies with a strong focus on meditative abilities by end of day. So, Leos, if you do happen to burn anybody this week, use Wednesday evening's energies to be able to meditate on how to fix it, okay? And if you're struggling, Leos, because your fire is burning too bright, you're going to have a great day to ground, like significantly ground on Wednesday, okay? For my Virgos, on Monday, we had strong pull towards excitement and the unusual, explorative and discovery type energies with the bold pull towards the unusual again comes in midday. Strong mental energies towards current projects and ventures. Mysterious and intriguing Energies around romance and the intimate come in towards the evenings, with appealing and inspiring energies towards self-improvements by end of day. On Tuesday, you're going to have understanding and releasing type energies, especially on past issues. Emotional clarity and strong energies towards thoughts and feelings, with the long-term influences by midday. Practical and inspiring energies with a focus on balance and structure. Spontaneous, lesson-oriented, and balancing energies in releasing stress and tension by end of day. Virgos, I was jealous of you typing this up because I'm like, really? You get stress releasing, tension releasing energy? Wish I knew what that was like. I'm a Scorpio. I don't know what that's like. Wednesdays, we've got diplomatic, cooperative, and tactful energies in relations, connections with the relations and connections with the ability to smooth over the rough edges. Balancing and middle ground type energies with a focus on surface emotions comes in midday. Reputation oriented, responsibility, and status building energies with confident and positive responses come in by end of day. Wednesday, Cora, we might want to do business on Wednesday. You got good energies for business on Wednesday on your side. Let's see how my Wednesday is, but we might actually want to talk business on Wednesday. Libras, Monday, you've got good observational, inspirational, and attractive energies with appealing undertones. Delaying and confusing energies with difficulties in communications. Overwhelming and expressive energies in interests and passions with a strong focus on work ethics in general by end of day. On Tuesday, you've got restless, irritating, and antsy energies with pleasing undertones in work and projects. Observing, discovering, and improving energies in lifestyle and habits with balancing, prioritizing, and restricting energies in overall life by end of day. On Wednesday, you've got socializing and peaceful energies in duties and routine. Motivating and pleasing energies with possible enlightenments from others comes in midday with beautifying, harmonizing, and graceful energies and routines and relationships. You will have the ability to represent yourself consciously and with respect by end of day. So Libras, you're going to have that push-pull. Morning is going to start out one way, afternoon another. Morning one way, afternoon other. Just be wary and make sure that you are self-soothing by the end of the day so that the next day doesn't, so we're not doing the compiling factor with the emotions. Okay, Libras? Because sometimes you air signs, even though you think you let it wisp off, I swear sometimes it builds up into a storm. Okay. So my Sagittariuses, I was jealous of you too. You Saggies have some really good energies coming your way. Monday, you had problem solving and balance seeking energies and routines and work. Structuring, fixing, and improving energies with the ability to find structure easily. Considerate, satisfying energies with a focus on needs and wants with the ability to harmonize and beautify the domestic by end of day. Tuesday, you've got organizing, micromanaging, and problem-solving energies in responsibilities and dedications. Helpful and informative energies in business comes in midday with restrictive, stressful, and distracting energies in family and home with fanciful and creative abilities undertones and the ability to release tension and stress by end of day. You and Virgos, man. It's that side of the chart. That's what it is. On Wednesday, we've got creative, harmonious, and enjoyment-focused energies in home and personal, perspective-oriented and discovery-type energies in love and family affairs, with positive and satisfying energies and emotions and relationships by end of day. So like I said, Sagittarius is, other than a little bit of a kink on Tuesday, you guys have got a really good next couple of days. For my Capricorns, if it's not business, it's going to be love. Okay. Your mind is literally going to be like business oriented or love oriented. So just bear with yourself. Okay. Creative and romantic energies with the ability to express yourself in special ways. Starts out your Monday. Passionate and interested oriented energies in personal passions and projects. Positive flowing energies and communications and connections with inspiring and curious undertones. Recovering, healing, and releasing energies with a focus on the emotional by end of day. On Tuesday, you've got practical, serious, and concentrated energies in communications and connections, supportive but judgmental energies in social with helpful undertones, exciting and creative energies in romance with a pull towards the practical, strong, spontaneous learning and studying energies in communications by the end of day. Wednesday, you have pleasing, focused, and harmonizing energies with a focus on agreements and inspirations. Teaching and instructional type energies with strong communication style by midday. A focus on a new project or interest comes in by the end of day with long-term fruitful undertones. So like I said, if it's not business, it's love. So you're going to bounce back and forth. So just be kind to yourself, okay, to Capricorns. For my Aquariuses, Monday starts out with focused and familiar energies with a focus on situations and environment. Awareness-oriented, connecting, and interested-oriented energies in family and home. Reassessing, revising, and addressing energies in past relations with a focus on business and money comes in by midday. Wisdom-oriented and mature energies with the ability for observations and strong conclusions for the long term by the end of day. On Tuesday, you've got practical and critical energies with a focus on financial stability and foundations. Organizing, improving, and stability finding energies with an effort to curb unneeded spending. Motivating, innovative, and structure-oriented energies in home and family by end of day. On Wednesday, you've got strong and active and creative mental energies with the ability to focus on personal needs. Appealing, appreciative, and desirable energies with a pull towards the comfort by midday, with critical and expansive mental energies in finance and business with cooperating and confident undertones by the end of day. So Aquariuses, you're just agreeable energies for the next 3 days. Enjoy. Okay. Considering the late weekend, enjoy. So for my Pisces, on Monday, we had reviewing, revising, restricting energies with a focus on old projects and duties. Placating, detaching, and procrastinating energies with curious undertones came in midday. Demanding and renewing energies and self-expressions comes in by the end of day. On Tuesday, you've got attention-oriented, practical, and useful energies in learning and knowledge to start. Repairing, healing, and nurturing energies in relationships and connections comes in midday for you with endurance building. My eyes went all blurry. Endurance building, potent, patient-oriented, and rewarding energies and communications with confident, satisfying, and attractiveness towards progress by the end of day. Wednesday, we've got regenerating, refilling, and restful energies in emotions and home, with diplomatic and warm undertones in communications and confrontations. Strong negotiating and gravitating energies, especially in domestic and comforts by end of day. On Wednesday. For my Scorpios, on Monday, we've got intuitive and accepting energies in interactions with strong cooperative and accepting undertones. Reassessing, revising, and self-inspiring energies in projects and pursuits. Negative romantic and affectionate energies in relationships and commitments by end of day. In Tuesday, we've got challenging and stranger energies in communications and connections with an underlying need for calm. Inspiring, creative, and commitment-oriented energies in relationships with a focus on the long term come in midday. Organized, disciplined, and confident energies in work with improving and practical energies in relationships by end of day on Tuesday. On Wednesday, we've got strong, attractive, and appealing energies with a focus on personal enjoyment. Superficial and surface-based emotional energies with increased self-acceptance comes in midday, with learning and improving energies in self and interpersonal with the ability for clarity in complicated situations by end of day. Cora, we might want to talk business tomorrow. We both have good energies for it. Doesn't mean I'm not going to call you tonight still, but just saying, we might want to talk business tomorrow. We've got really good energies for it. So, woo, guys, that is the end of a 3-hour stream. Have I done a 3-hour stream before? Yes. Do I forget what it's like? Oh, absolutely. Do I always give props to those people who do like 10 or like 6-7 hour streams? Abso-freaking-lutely. So on that note, just remind everybody I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Remember to like and subscribe and ring that bell for future notifications. I'm uploading more videos. We've got our Psycho to Psychic series. I've got my reaction series. Got a lot of fun stuff coming up. So remember to like and subscribe. To my replay crew, thank you. I love you. To my new subscribers, welcome. Hello. To my clients, I wouldn't be able to do this without you. So thank you. And I appreciate you guys watching on Facebook. Would love it more if you came and commented on YouTube. Just saying. Anyway, other than that, raise your glasses because that's the end of the stream, guys. So may your angels be strong, may your energies be positive, and may karma be ever in your favor. And I will see you guys Wednesday. Just be careful of April Fools. Bye.